Hello, it's Atulyamitra here once again with today's thought of the day. It's good to be here in your company again. I don't know about you, but I'm noticing that as they start to make announcements about the lifting and the easing of restrictions, that there's an impatience arising in me. And it's an impatience to get going again, get going into activities that I admit I took for granted before lockdown. Simple activities like spending time with the family, particularly the grandchildren, and spending time with Sangha friends, doing Sangha activities. And I've been thinking about the activities that we hope to do in the future together, as well as those activities that we didn't get to do because of lockdown. And what I'm noticing as I think about these things is that there's a texture of craving there, quality of craving. And of course, whenever there's craving, there's dukkha, there's dissatisfaction, there's suffering. And so what to do with this? Well, what I've been turning toward with this, particularly because there's an impatience present, is that I've actually been practicing Ksanti, which is patience or forbearance. And it's not a quality that I often celebrate or get excited about, really, to be honest. I have to admit that I'm more likely to almost talk about it as if it was the booby prize, that if I've just come through a difficult situation or been dealing with somebody I've been perceiving as difficult, that at least it was an opportunity to practice patience and forbearance. But it is so much more than that. Ksanti is one of the paramitas, it's one of the perfections. It's a vital step on the path toward enlightenment. But what does it mean? Well, it means being unaffected by or able to withstand something. It can also mean tolerance, endurance, composure, as well as patience and forbearance. And it's important to remember that although we're using words like tolerance, endurance, forbearance, that it's not with a quality or a texture of clenched jaws and gritted teeth and just getting on with it. It's a much more open and soft quality. It's a quality of acceptance of what is, an acceptance of our experience just as it is. And so it's not soft in any way. There's a strength to it as a quality to cultivate. And we can develop the ability to endure personal hardship, facing difficulties in our life, like lockdown, like illness, like other changes in our personal circumstances. We can start to deal with them in a creative way rather than the reactive ways that we usually do. We're learning to become strong, not to be defeated or overwhelmed by despair. We're developing resilience. And where this Ksanti, this forbearance, starts with is the acceptance of the first noble truth, that there is suffering, the noble truth of dukkha. We can accept that life is stressful. We're living life and therefore we're going to experience stressful situations. But also that even stress is impermanent. We can see how much time and energy we've actually put into trying to avoid dukkha, trying to avoid discomfort in our lives. We've been wasting a lot of time and energy in that. And so where to begin? Well, beginning with stopping and taking a breath. And when we're in a situation where we might be annoyed with somebody or we might be finding a situation difficult, if we can stop and take a breath and just allow the body to begin to soften. And just notice what's unfolding right now. And then perhaps deciding, well, what is the best next step? What is the most skillful way through this? As we begin to develop practices like this, we're already developing the quality of Ksanti. And so I wish you well in your journey of Ksanti this week. May you be well and happy. and I'll see you soon.